Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live. If you're watching the replay, hi. How you guys doing today? I hope everyone is enjoying their day. I hope everyone is feeling beautiful, that they're manifesting their life, that they're getting the things that they want, that good things are happening. Life is amazing. We're moving. We're getting to the bag every single day, period. But if you're watching a replay, let me know down below that you're watching. Say hi. Let me know what you're thinking. I want to hear your thoughts. Other than that, we're gonna talk today about wealth. So what poll should I do today? What poll should I do today? The topic today, we're talking about what does true wealth feel like emotionally, and how am I already experiencing it that in my life. What can I be grateful for that reminds me that I am already rich? So what can we be grateful for that reminds us that we're already rich? Let's do a Q&A today. I always do polls, but let's do a Q&A. What can you be grateful for that, oh dang, that reminds you that you're dang, that's too long. What can you be grateful for? What reminds you that you're rich? What reminds you? This is a good one. I will do this one. Cool. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Now, Eric, you know how I feel about your nail comment? You know how I feel about the nail comment? Hi, Afro. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Hello, Harshal. I am now about to link the comment. I'm about to pin a comment, and we'll go ahead and we'll get started for this morning or afternoon, wherever you are. You might even be in Australia, where it is probably the next day. It's probably Thursday. How are you guys doing today? How's life treating you guys? Let me know. Our divorce case? Why we gotta get divorced? Having supportive parents is what makes me rich. That is so beautiful. That is so, so, so beautiful. Because that is so, so, so real. If you do not have parents that are supportive, they will hinder you. They will slow you down. They will make you confused. And it's a waste of time to sit and be confused all day trying to figure things out. What's my favorite fragrance? It's not anywhere near me. Here's one of them. Here's one of them. Miss Dior. It's almost gone. But there's one. What is the exact meaning of the question? It says, what reminds you that you're already rich? So rich meaning, that's let me define rich. Let me define rich. Let me finish this first. Let me finish one thing at a time. Donate to the channel. And then we'll do it in just a second. Hey, Melvin. Hey, Rainy. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Troy. Okay, Australia. I told y'all Australia was coming in the building. Bonjour, Badat. Hello, Mike. Okay, Faison. We being rude today. Okay. So, hello, Tayash. Let's go ahead and get into it. What does it mean to be rich? What does it mean to be rich? Let's look up the Google definition. Okay, hey, London. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So, there's two different definitions. The first one is dealing with money, meaning having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy. The next one means plentiful or abundant. So what allowed you to feel like you are abundant and have plenty, that you don't need anymore? This is the definition of rich that we're using. Plentiful and abundant. It's like, okay, I have more than enough. Let's look up etymology. Rich also meaning strong, powerful, great, mighty, high rank. But that's an old definition for it. It's an old definition. Hello, Croydon. Hello, Emir. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? So for me, what reminds me that I'm already rich? Every day I wake up. Every day I wake up, off-road, it can be defined in a lot of ways. What's another way you would define rich? Very interested to know. Y'all keep giving me words to block, because I'm about to block a lot of these words that y'all just keep putting in these comments. Hey, Asia. Welcome back, babe. Hello, Gion. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, when I think about how far I've come, I feel very rich. When I think about my abilities and the things that I manifested to the T, and I think about where I am today, I feel very rich. I feel like, okay, good things are happening. Welcome back to the live, Big. Rich can also mean when you don't lack something. Yes, when you're not in lack. But I like to focus on the other definition of plentiful, because when you focus on lack, it just shifts your mind in a different way. Like, it's like, okay, I'm not lacking in this. I'm not lacking in this. I like that definition still, though. How's it going today? Today's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. So, yeah, I feel just very rich in my mindset. I'm not going to lie. I feel very rich in my mindset. I feel like if your mindset is poor, you attract poverty. You attract poor experiences. You attract things that is just not aligned to who you want to be. So the question today, remember we're working out of the gratitude journal. This is the one that we're doing today. The question says, what does true wealth feel like emotionally? I feel like true wealth feels like being sure. Gotti said, mindset has nothing to do with it. I'm guessing when he says it, he means feeling rich or being rich. He said hard work is important. It's interesting that you use the adjective hard to describe the work. I am not someone who enjoys hard working. So everybody has their own idea. But for me personally, I I work hard, unfortunately. But I do not want to promote hard work. I want to promote easy, simple work that is efficient and gets the job done. What is the easiest, most efficient way to accomplish this goal without exerting the most energy? How can we do it? Is there a quick way to manifest wealth, or it all takes time? It depends. If you watch like different videos on YouTube, you'll find many people who talk about manifesting the lottery. I feel like for me, it has taken time. It has been maybe about 2 to 3 years that I've been focused on manifesting wealth. And I have manifested, an increase in many ways. I've manifested it in many ways, but I feel like the way of manifesting is becoming that person. And a lot of people, they want to manifest wealth for the quick grab. And it's like, you, instead of manifesting wealth, manifest the mindset, manifest the lifestyle in which you have the wealth daily. You have it daily. So it's a daily lifestyle. So let's see, what are y'all saying? Hey, Vegas. Sabao said, I am not already rich, but I am working on it. Janatul said, if you rich, the expensive things you bought is temporary, but the family who always be with you should be permanent. I have many cars, like the Mercedes G Wagon and mansion worth $500,000. So what? Okay. Gotti said, telling you this from a guy who came from poverty to now making well over 6 figures. There's no quick way to get there. You need to do the hard work before you get to the easy part. There you go. Hello, Desmond. Thank you, Dave. Dragon said, I'm rich, but not in money, but knowledge. I wanted to be Iron Man, and I took multiple engineering degrees, but you need money to be Tony Stark. Joanne said, everyone wants money. Without God, you have nothing. Sabu said, when you're young, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable in order for your future to be comfortable. Hey, Joanne. What is the best way to manifest wealth in spirit? To manifest the feeling of wealth. That's why we're talking about it right now. What reminds you that you're already rich? If you focus on that one thing that's already reminding you, okay, I'm already rich, it's easier to manifest the feeling of wealth because now you have something to associate it with. Adrian said, having wealth changes people around you, some good, some bad. Bronzone said, I also already rich. Sarah said, the fact that she or he lives, I'm going to say she lives in Long Island. So I guess the fact that Sarah lives in Long Island reminds her that she's already rich, period. Alfro said, emotional richness is when you are truly happy, to be honest, because not all people are truly happy. So probably happiness can also define emotional richness. Okay, Main Master said, leaving a 50% tip. Leaving a 50% tip. Okay, yes. BF said 500K ain't no money. Okay. Do better, BF. Do better. Thank you, Vicky. Welcome back to the live, baby. Adrian said, getting my net worth was not hard to me, and it didn't take long, especially in sports betting here in Vegas. And I think that's another thing. A lot of people do think it has to be hard, but there are ways to skip the line. There are ways to skip the line and get to wealth. Everybody just doesn't want to do it. I don't think that it has to be hard. I think that it took me a long time because when you're not surrounded in that community, you're not looking into it daily. You don't have people who supporting you, who are making you feel like this is actually the norm. It's harder to get there. So I do think that's another way to manifest it, is to just be in the community. If you cannot physically be there, your timeline, your social media needs to be full of people who's only talking about that. There are many people who are only talking about making money. Hi, Thabo. Hi, Jermaine. Hi, Tiani. Gotti said, remember, fellas, no shortcuts. Work hard, believe in God, and stay hard. Gotti has a mindset of it has to be hard. I'm seeing it has to be hard. Hard to me is not something that I enjoy. Let's make it easy. How can we make being rich easy, y'all? Do y'all have any other suggestions about how to make being rich easy? I think the hardest part about getting rich for me is knowing that it can be done, knowing that there are people who make $40,000 in a month, and that you have the setup, you have the layout, you have the plan, but implementing it daily seems to be the hardest part when that is not you yet, when you are not that person yet. When you see everything as it should be and you know how to do it, but you're not doing it for some reason. Thank you, Big. I appreciate you. Okay, Adrian said, I say this when you do something you love, the wealth is extra. Exactly. We got another word to block. Malik said, if you're rich, you wouldn't be out here on YouTube Live. That's really funny. I think that even when my finances match where I want to be, I will probably be on YouTube Live a lot more. That's actually funny that you say that. But I am already financially well. I'm not on the YouTube Live begging for money. We're talking about money mindset. So, back to what I was saying. So, true wealth for me, emotionally, it definitely feels like very sure of myself. Like, very sure. Like, okay, I don't need anything else. Hello, Carlos. I'm not worried about anything else. This is what it is, and that's just how it's going to be. How am I already experiencing that in my life? Again, in mindset in general. That's how I'm already experiencing my true wealth, is knowing that as long as I maintain this mindset, as long as I visualize, and I'm really good at visualizing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm realizing that's one of my superpowers is visualization. Visualizing things into existence. I manifested many things through visualizing them, and then had them happen to the T. So I'm realizing that is my superpower, is visualization. As long as I keep envisioning this vision that reminds me of my life that I am becoming, it will happen. As long as I keep doing what I'm doing, it will happen. That reminds me of true wealth. If I keep doing my daily routines, if I keep focusing on who I'm becoming, it will happen sooner or later. If I figure out what's telling me that I cannot have this now, today, and I remove whatever that is and I implement a new mindset, it will happen. So that is really what makes me feel very wealthy. It's like, okay, can't nobody stop me when my mind is set. Do you hear me? Can't nobody stop me when my mind is set. What can I be grateful for that reminds me that I am already rich? My mind set. I'm telling you. Let me see what y'all talking about. What are y'all talking about? So Gotti said, unless you are lucky, scam or a genius with an invention that you can sell, hard work will be necessary. Again, Gotti coming through talking about hard work. Do y'all believe in hard work? If you believe that you have to do hard work to be rich, put 1. I really want to know that we are not demonizing Gotti. This is who he is. I want to know where everybody's mindset is. If you believe that you need hard work to be rich, do 1. If you think that becoming rich can be easy, put a 2 in the chat. Hard work for 1. It can be easy, 2. I want to know. Adrian said, people always say that mess. If you're rich, you're not on YouTube live. LOL, wow, sad. Like, wealthy men and ladies can't be on a live. Exactly. Soleil said, I act like I own the universe. And then she said, I am poor. Or he said, I am poor. Why? If you feel like you own the universe, how you poor? That don't equal. That's not equal. Mark said, my finances changed when my mindset changed about money. How to invest is key, period. Investing is key. God said, hard work builds society. Without hard work, there would be no pretty buildings, no nice cars, no nice streets. Hard work is the only truth. I got a different experience, especially coming from a black woman. Slavery built society. Society was built on the back of ignorance, of ignorant people who did not know their power. So we got a 1, we got a couple of 1s, we got a 2, we got a couple of, I'm seeing more 1s. Smart hard work. Steven says smart hard work. So I'm seeing more 1s. So a lot of people feel like it takes hard work to get to where they want to be. Gotti says slaves did not build ish here. I'm a black woman. I have a different experience. My people built this. My people built this society. This society was built off of my people's backs. Oh, Gotti said, I don't care. We don't have black people at all here. Okay, I don't know. Where you from? That's why you a little coming at me aggressive. I'm from America. I'm from America. Okay, Big, wait, Big, don't take everybody's comments. I'm seeing some of the people, some of them. Okay, Gotti, then you not my audience. Who I'm talking to then? Okay. Mick said the Irish built the states. G. King Paris said, what university did I graduate from? I cannot speak without being specialized in a field, so get a job. People are telling me to get a job. It's so funny that I'm getting paid to sit on live, and I have a whole summer to sit on live every day, and I'm still getting paid. What about you guys? What are you guys doing with your life? What are you guys doing? It's so interesting that I have hobbies that I can get paid from. And I still get paid. What are you guys doing? Y'all let me know. Thank you for giving me another word to block. I'm going to start blocking emojis as well. JY Bish said, tarot is like playing with people's feelings and earning money. What do you think, sis? I think the opposite. I think when you're a really good intuitive reader, tarot is just the support to help you dig deeper into what your intuition is discussing with you. Like I told you guys earlier, I am a visionary. I am a visualizer. I enjoy visualizing things. I have seen many things clearly when reading tarot, seeing visions for people. You don't have to believe what I say at all. But there are people who have the ability to tap into their intuition. Intuition is actually a faculty of your mind. It's a part of your mindset, your intuition. And I'm also a black woman. I have melanin in my skin, so my intuition is going to be a lot more stronger than some of you people, in my opinion. I'm not saying that if you don't have melanin, you're not intuitive. Because I've met many white women who are very, very intuitive. But as a woman, number one, I'm a woman. As a woman, my intuition is going to be very strong. I'm also a Pisces moon. If y'all are into those topics, I'm a Pisces moon. But my dreams and my visions tell me a lot. I have predicted many things from just my visions. Do not play with me. Okay, G King, who was talking ish earlier, said, I'm living my life, making tour of all of Europe and enjoying my money that I got from my job. Okay, don't be negative because other people are doing the same. I don't think tarot came from Egypt. I think tarot came from Europe. If I'm not mistaken, I thought it came from Europe. Can I please teach you how to make money on YouTube? I'm not making money on YouTube. I'm not making money on YouTube just yet. Just yet. It's coming. I'm not the person to ask. I have a career. I'm also in school. Doing YouTube is a hobby for me. I'm growing my business through YouTube, so I'll let you know. Somebody said I ran out of EBT. Yes, I did. If I could only get EBT, life would be so easy. Thank you for giving me another word to block. I'm down to 10 words. Denny said, nowadays we don't work hard. Being smarter in your work pays. Exactly. Stay smart. If I'm working hard, I'm going to work hard for myself, if anything. Adrian said, love the melanin, period. Thank you, Isabella. Jaquan said, I see visions in my dreams. Exactly. Those visions be coming. Those visions be crazy. I'm especially very connected to my loved ones in spirit. I'm very connected to them. My intuition speaks very clearly in my dreams about my loved ones. JYP said, my intuition is also correct, but I can't read for many people, so that's where I don't believe it. It takes practice. Reading for people take practice. I didn't just start doing it. Like, it's something I've been doing. I've also taken classes to help me read my intuition, so I know how my intuition speaks to me. It speaks differently through everybody. So I can hear things sometimes intuitively. I'll see visions intuitively, or I'll feel like emotions intuitively. I also work on my emotional intelligence as much as possible, because when you can decipher spiritually, we're all connected, but when you can decipher who you are and where that boundary ends, it's easier for you to read for other people. So that's why boundaries, especially spiritual boundaries, are important. Not just being an empath and allowing everybody, yourself, well, not just being an empath and feeling like you're subject to other people's emotions. Like, oh my God, these people, I'm feeling this way because of this. It's like, no, you take control of your life. You take control of your emotions and your intuition. Somebody said that they are half white and they feel like white women are evil. I think it depends on where you are. I've had some good experiences. I've had some bad experiences. Somebody said, why hasn't she won the lottery? I don't play the lottery. I do not play the lottery. Somebody said, my job is scamming. I wish to support you guys, but I can't support people who think I'm scamming. Gotti, where are you from? Because I feel like, Gotti, you have a very much of what it reminds me of is like Orphan. Like the orphans in those plays where they be climbing up the side of the building. Like, and it's like the old times with the coal on the face. That's what you remind me of. You just singing away like, life is so hard and I'm gonna get this work done. That's what this seemed like over there with you, baby. You said, what are y'all even talking about? Intuition. Snap back to reality. Work hard, stay hard. Gotti is here to be, what do they call it? A handler. Gotti is here to be a handler in the comments, y'all. Y'all be careful. He's going to be handling y'all. LaShawn said, I'm a Pisces. I know everything too. It sucks. LOL. Pisces energy. It's all those water signs. If you are water moon sign, I know you're very intuitive. Scorpio moon, Pisces moon, Cancer moon. Barbo said, I enjoy my money buying alky and death sticks. Okay. Thank you, Tracy. Red Hunter said, need more research. On what? Okay, Joseph said, yeah, tarot is originally from Kim, Egypt. Okay, learning something. Good morning, Arthrov. Thank you, Tapelo. Gotti said he does drugs as a hobby. So we see why you on here, making life, everybody else feel like life should be hard, because your life may be hard. How did you get the comment to be backwards? I ain't never seen that. I think that's Islam words. How did you get that to happen? I've never seen that. Do I know Brazil? Yeah, hi Brazil. Thank you for giving me another word to block. I'm about to start blocking the broke word too. I'm not trying to see broke people in the comments talking about their life being poor. We're growing and we're becoming better every single day. Lord Naro said tarot will be entertainment at most based on delivery. Anything beyond is delicious delusion. Psychedelics get similar results. Okay. JYP said my intuition said you're going to get married next year. I feel the same way. I feel like I'm not in a rush, but I do feel like it's coming very soon because it keeps surrounding me in many ways. I keep hearing that all the time and not just on YouTube. I'm not in a rush though. LaShawn said ignorant people seem to have more fun with life for some reason. It's because they're ignorant. It's because they don't have anything to worry about. They don't have anything holding them down. What is your net worth goal, my lady? I don't think I have a goal. I guess I do have a goal. Let me not lie. I do have a goal. I don't see it as net worth though. I just see it as a monthly income. My monthly income goal is $40,000 a month. And that's not from one source. It's from many sources. But that is my monthly income goal. Thank you, Chupa. Hi from Scotland. Hi, Scotland. Somebody said, eat the rich. Why you want to eat the rich? Do you want to become the rich? Is that why? Okay, Aisha said, my subscription to the car wash. I feel the same way, Aisha. Because at one point, a couple of years ago, the car wash was something that I wanted for myself. Y'all tell me that I'm sitting up here scamming y'all, this, and this, whatever. I think it's just the people who don't have no understanding or comprehension of what's going on and what I'm saying out of my mouth. They just see stuff and they already have a preconceived notion and they run with it. At one point, I was eating pinto beans and couldn't afford a car wash and couldn't afford it if my car was going to break down. Now I'm at a point where I can afford it. I got there for a reason. I don't sit up here and just be talking bullshit to y'all. I'm telling y'all for a reason what's happening. Whether you want to think about it or not, you don't have to. If you want to demonize me for coming up here and speaking my truth, you do what you want to do. But just know that there will be people listening to me. And as I grow and become a better person, they're going to grow and become a better person as well. So take that into consideration. Barbo said, my fridge full of beer reminds me that I'm rich. Okay. Everybody has their own reminders. Hello, Snippet. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I don't know what that symbol is, but R1C. That looks like a euro. I don't know. Bills are paid. Good health, happy wife, happy life. And he put the beers on there too. So everybody's like, as long as I can get that beer, these bills is paid, I'm healthy, and my wife happy, period. Thank you, Azil. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. I think, again, that this is Islam words. I don't know what that says. Levy said we get none of that. Okay. Do. Okay. Okay, Link said health. Health makes him feel already rich. Y'all see, as soon as I started talking about orphan, he started crashing out talking about drugs. Please, get your life together. Thank you, LaShawn. Barbara, what do I think of you? I don't know you, baby. JYP said his intuition is telling him that I have a good heart. An inner struggling, but is good at being and staying strong. Okay. Now we talking about America's system. Licky T said, so where's my money? You tell me, baby. What bank account do you keep it in? Where's your money? Exactly, Adrian. What a goof. What a goof. Thank you, David. Hi, my bae. Now we talking about Scottish and all that. We off topic. Thank you, Yasunari. Speculee said that they are not rich. Licky T said getting married to you would be exhausting because you are too demanding. That's why you have to find someone that you are on the same page with. Don't marry someone that you don't want to be with. Ani said goals are less important than the plan to get there. How are we going to achieve the goal? I think that's a contradicting statement, Ani, because if you have a plan to get somewhere, that means you have an end goal to get somewhere. You need the end goal to figure out the plan. Welcome all who are from Brazil. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody said, how can I start a business? If you live in America, there is a website called score.com. They give you all free advice, free mentorship. They give you so much teaching you how to start a business. If you want to start a business, it is free support out there to teach you. You got to use the things that's here to support you. You want to learn how to make money. You got to learn how to first get support. Go talk to the people who make money. Somebody said, hey, Muhammad from Dubai. Okay. I'm guessing if you in the Middle Eastern, your comments are going to be backwards because I ain't never seen that before, but I keep seeing it with everybody who has Middle Eastern words. Red said, eat the rich equals to successful propaganda. Thank you, Ricky, for giving me a new word to block. You're out of here, buddy. Hi, Mac. Okay. Thank you, Mario, for giving me a new word to block. Charlie, if you're trying to find a woman, go outside. She outside somewhere. Sahil said, what if I live on the streets? Go find support. I'm in America. There's a lot of free support in America. I don't know about y'all, but it's a lot of free support in America, especially online. If you are not online looking up how to get free support, you're missing opportunities. Okay, so Licky said Islam is a religion, Arabic is a language. Thank you for letting me know. I did not know that. So I'm seeing Arabic language in the comments. Bongos, I'm guessing you said what reminds you that you're rich is health insurance. Okay. Charlie, I hope you find that. Okay, GHG said, how can I feel rich? You tell me. What is one place where you feel like you have enough? Where you feel like you have more than enough? It's an overflow. It's plenty. Finish the sentence. I have plenty of what? That is where you're already rich. Yo-Yo said that they are already rich because God blessed them with eyes to see, legs to walk, good health, granted with best parents, and much more. Gratitude. I love that. Speed said their bed makes them rich. Okay. So Steven said having money to eat every day. Okay, okay. Okay, hey America. It's my first time seeing somebody say I'm from America. Yeah, hello. Hello, D-Nice. Charlie said, got plenty of Benjamins here lining my pockets, never run out of money. My only problem is can't find a soul to love on here. Oh, go get a like one of those relationship people who help you get into a relationship, who like help you with blind dates and stuff. Hey, Barbara. Okay, yeah, I'm very passionate about mindset. I'm very, very passionate. I realized that this year has been a downfall for me. What time is it? Okay. I realized that this year has been a downfall for me because my mindset became very poor. My mindset had became very poor just through going through life trials and tribulations. And when I realized the reason why I'm stuck in the same experiences is because I'm stuck in the same mindset, is when I said, let me get my together. I've done this before. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to level up through mindset. If y'all want it, like, I manifested things many times before. I manifested cars. I manifested home, an apartment. I manifested jobs. I manifested relationships. I manifested many things. And what I had to learn over the long term is it's not the thing that I'm manifesting, it's the consistency of that thing. But I was just manifesting those things in the moment. So Adrian said, so one thing I have in building money also is spending daily expenses on my credit card. Spend the money, spend their money, not yours. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Welcome to the community, baby. David, I see your comment, baby. We just talked about this. I am not married. Look, no marriage. Mill said, I have a construction worker, the real work in the sun for so many hours. I'm a kid, so I just like it. I do draining. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Ronnie, how are you one of the top commenters and you speaking disrespectfully. Gonna have to view me from a different channel, friend. Barbara said, I got money, but I refuse to spend it on a girl. Okay. Hi, Chandra. So Charlotte said, everyone has their own definition of rich. Mine is different than others. I guess beer isn't even on my mind. Oh. Joe Jones said, if women were free, I wouldn't have to grind so hard. Sounds like you're objectifying a woman. That sounds like you're objectifying us. You can go find a free woman somewhere, somebody who will settle with you. I mean, I think there are women who are free for you. Hi, Jess. I do not speak Middle Eastern. Somebody told us that meant what is the word? What was the word? Abric? I forgot the word already. Why don't you spend money on anti-reflective glasses? Never thought about it. Was never a priority. Just said that they worry about money every day. Hey, Micaiah, welcome back to the live, baby. Micaiah said, the soul is there, the truth riches, then we can manifest through it. That's why evil wants to buy soul energies to give success, and it's a scam. Just said, where can they find free food? I used to work at a food bank. There is free food at a food bank. There's many places giving out free food. Y'all got a phone in y'all's hand texting on this live. If you need food, type up free food near me and put the zip code that you're in. You will find free food. It's just so many things supporting people out here. I am blocking people. Somebody said, where's my deadbeat dad? You tell me. How am I supposed to know? You would know better than I would. Thank you, Raymond. Somebody said, I believe all Americans are rich. Compared, maybe. Compared to somebody, maybe. But in their own world, no. Okay, Adrian said, very grateful. Hi, just a girl. Hi, Sky. JC said their house is paid off. Hola, mama. Somebody said, how do I find a man to marry me? You don't find a man to marry you. They find you. You just make yourself approachable. You be ready as well. You become a ready woman. You feel like you know who you are. If you have your life set, you have your mindset on who you are and where you want to go, and you're open to allowing a man in your life, that's all you got to do as a woman. It is in my opinion, it is the man's responsibility to go after what he wants. A man knows what he wants. And if he does not know what he wants, then that man is not for you. Okay, Nathan said, I don't need a reminder. It's already true, period. Okay, hey, Kenya. What to do with $60,000 today? What do you want to do with it? You can invest it. If you have children, you can invest it in your children. You can invest it in your education. You can invest it in a CD. You can invest it in stocks, bonds. You can invest it in real estate. There's many things to do with $60,000 today. Thank you, Funny Business, for giving me a new word to block, a new phrase to block. Hi, Maria. I'm happy to see all of the women on live. All of the women. Shout out to all the women who are on live right now. I love y'all. Joshua said, I make enough money to survive, but that's not why I'm rich. So why are you rich, baby? We are, if you were on here earlier, we're using the definition of plentiful and abundant in regards to rich. Not just financially, but in general. What in your life do you have that is plentiful and abundant? So on the spectrum, Extra said, hi, being rich is when you have more than $1. That's being rich. That's your definition of rich. Okay. Tricky said, does my mom know I'm on here flirting with men? Okay. Hi, Kevin. Dago Cali 619 said, possessions make you rich. I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever. Okay. Am I interested in buying a home with these interest rates? No, I'm not. I'm not looking into buying a home anytime soon. Okay, Jack Lopez said, my richness is life. What about life? What exactly about life makes you feel rich? Somebody said God. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Wally. Thank you, CJ. Somebody said, Wagwan, shoddy. Romeo said, I am free, so I feel rich. Okay, Mr. Dear Valerie. I love you too, baby. Makai said, in Western, many people are trapped by taking money anywhere. That's why people should not put money over spirit. Behind money, there is an energy. Mr. Pfister said, the emphasis on the word rich here is good. I'd rather be rich than wealthy. Rather be rich than wealthy. Nick said, how much money is a lot of money to you? To me, $40,000 a month is a lot of money for me. Hello, Umari. Hello, West Africa, Liberia. I'm doing well. Hi, Ali. Nick Emery said, money doesn't make you rich. Yeah, we're not just talking about financial rich at the moment. We're talking about in general. Hello, Pakistan. Mr. Oh my God, Miss Ander said that they got a lot of streams of income. Okay. Nature Edit said, my definition of rich is having a place to live. I love that. Hello, Alfie. Thank you, BF, for giving me another word to block. I have about 20 words to block today. Thank y'all. Hello, Ali. I love you too. Alfie said he's rich in love. Hello, Ireland. Khaled said being rich is being content with what you have. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Oh, I didn't even read the bottom quote. I didn't even read, oops, breaking stuff. I didn't even read the bottom quote. Let me read it. It says, it's not your salary that makes you rich. It's your spending habits, by Charles A. Joff. Your spending habits is what makes you rich. It's not your salary. Lot of Lotto said, my family and I have everything we need, but I know big money is coming my way, period. Hi, Joe. Milwaukee said, wealthy over rich. I agree. I would prefer to be wealthy. Thank you, Khalid. You would marry me if I was in Pakistan? Okay. Paul said that their home is paid off. What's up, Tobias? Somebody said, if this failed, you can become a maid. I used to clean homes when I was younger. I've already lived that life. Khalid said, money is important, but love conquers all. Thank you, Hassan. I hope you have a good day, too. Mac and some of y'all's names is hard to say. Said health and family. I might come to Pakistan because the other black woman who came to Pakistan came and was that woman. So if I come there, I'm gonna have to be on the same stuff she was on. I'm gonna have to be on the same stuff she was on. Some of y'all make my stomach stick. Y'all making my stomach hurt with some of y'all's comments. Hey, Sarah, you the real baddie, baby. What you mean? So Boss Dog said what makes them rich is being rich in love and being rich in God. Sarah BH said their ATM card. Is it debit or credit, Sarah? Serene, which one is it? Red Hunter said, okay, 60,000 to 100K, 200 days, make 100K plus or give it back. What's the move? I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Deborah. Hello, my friend. No locked doors. Welcome back, No Locked Doors. Hello, Deborah. I think you said hi already. Sheila said, I know I'm rich because I have a family that loves me and a roof over my head. I love everybody who's talking about their parents and their family members. I think that is so beautiful. Hello, Tashana. Welcome to the community. Dap said, get a job. Who is he talking to? Viper said, agree, money means nothing. Love is free. Let's think about that mindset. Let's think about it. Money truly means nothing to you? So does it mean it's not valuable at all to you? And that you don't need it? How is that supporting you? Is how I want to know. I think we should respect that money has value and that we use money for a specific reason in life. We got to respect money just as much as we respect the relationships in our life. Money, we have a relationship with money and we need to see the value in it. Money replaces the need to have to exchange, to just give things away. It gives us a system to work on that we all have agreed upon. It saves us the hassle in many ways. I'm blocking people. Y'all gonna have to come from a different channel and talk to me. Rising to shine. Hi, baby. Ghostbox said love is love. What is love? Do y'all know what love is? Y'all tell me, what is the definition of love to y'all? And I'll tell y'all my definition of love. Rising to shine said, I'm more than rich. I have something called love. Okay. Actually, No Locked Doors, I am 35. So somebody said love is you. Makai said, in richness, we are happy because there is an alignment between our body systems. Okay. Licky T said, love can't be defined. It actually can be defined. All feelings can be defined. That's how you know. Definition means that there's a boundary that makes it different from everything else. Somebody said, just engage in the rich topic. I'm saying, how would you take 60,000 to 100K in 6 months? It's up to you. There's many different ways. I would go talk to somebody about it, a financial advisor. Somebody said love means sex. That's what they feel. I'm responding to you. I'm calling you No Locked Doors because I'm not playing with you. No locked doors. Thank you, Louise. Mayway said love is happiness and happiness for others, caring devotion to others. Okay. Welcome back, Osman. Adamahada. Period. Tata said my home. So your home is love? Rising to Shine said when you find love, it breaks down everything you learned from school. Okay. Hi, Judy. Hi, Tata. It creates a purpose. Okay. So let's look into what love, when you look, I always like to go to the etymology dictionary, but let's look into the regular definition first. Love, and I'll tell y'all what I think. So dictionary, it says love is an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. It means to feel deep affection for someone, to like or enjoy very much. So when you look into the word affection, it seems like that's a consistent one in the dictionary. It means a gentle feeling or fondness or liking. Okay. So when we look into my favorite thing, the etymology, it says feeling a love. It can be romantic or a sexual attraction, affection, friendliness. It could be the love of God, and it could be abstract or personified. So we make love abstract or personified. We talked about abstract and personification yesterday when we talked about God. So when you break down love in a shorter, what is this? Like the prefix that comes with love, it means to care, desire. What did we say God was yesterday? What did I say God was yesterday? If y'all was here. If y'all was here, we talked about God because God is love. And when you look at that definition, it means to care or desire. To care or desire, to have an affection towards. That is what love is. Okay. People are so interesting. Thank you, Judy. No, for real, Adrian. Like, people are just so interesting. Like, how do you come on here and you just be on some other stuff? I don't get it. I'm like, how long have you been watching me? Did you just come on here and just start watching me today and just start saying this? Or you just been watching from the shadows this whole time? Y'all let me know. I'm confused. So we talked about, I'm about to get off here in just a minute. Okay. So at the end of the day, we'll remind you that you're already rich. There are so many things in our lives that shows that we already are rich. That shows that we're able to create abundance and have plenty. If a lot of y'all go look in y'all refrigerators, not the ones who have beer in their refrigerator only. If a lot of y'all just went grocery shopping, that is you showing that you have the ability to be plentiful. On top of that, you take what you went and shopped for and you make it into something else. That is your creative way of being plentiful, of taking one thing and making more out of it. That's just not one way. Many of us have a lot of people. Y'all been talking about tomorrow. Yeah, I need to do that tomorrow because today's Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow evening. No worries. But a lot of y'all have more than enough in many areas. If you can notice where you have more than enough and you can realize how you got that more than enough and how you feel about that more than enough, you can apply that same feeling to your money mindset. And you can have that same feeling in your money mindset, okay? Joshua, you just came on today. Hi, babe. Adrian said, light bill and gas bill don't care about if you love or not, LOL. Red said, I care and desire my girlfriend. We not in love, though. Why is that your girlfriend if y'all not in love? Why do you want a relationship like that? Okay, we are about to get off. I'm wondering if we can get to 70 likes before I get off. Can we get to 70 likes, y'all? But at the end of the day, I'm still learning how to communicate what all love looks like, because if you're motivated to be with that woman, you have something motivating you to be with that woman. So you may not particularly be in love with her as a whole, but there is something that you're attached to, that you're attracted to, that is love. Because love to me is just an unmotivating source towards something, towards getting something, towards achieving something. So if you are with somebody and you saying that you don't love them as a whole, well, there's something about that you love. And it could be lusting after that person. You're in love with what you get from that person. Yeah. So Rising to Shine said, I believe the next step in human evolution is understanding the art of love. I think that is the whole idea of us. Like, that's literally what we're learning. That's literally why we're placed on here. Because if you believe in God, once you come into human form, you are no longer like in the presence of God, right? You're condensed into a human form body, and you're no longer able to expand like you would have before you were born. The whole point of living is learning how to expand, how to create, how to live more in the state of peace, joy, and abundance. No matter what's happening in your community around you, no matter who's telling you what you can and cannot do, if we could practice daily habits of living in a state of peace, presence, joy, and abundance, then we're getting closer and closer to God. Hi, OU. And Rising to Shine said, I don't believe in your God. Yeah. So they said they're Hindu. Yeah, everybody has their different spiritual and religious beliefs. And I think that's perfectly fine. I would love to know more about what Hindu talks about. Better to go home to a loving family than to an empty house. Yep. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, God bless you in all the chat. Thank you, baby. It's a core root. So although we may not have the same spiritual religious beliefs, we have a common denominator, that we believe love is the core. Thank you for giving me another word to block. Rising to Shine, why do you take God out of the equation? Makai said, we are not without our ancestors. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Everybody who came out on the live. There's no poll today, so in general, what I seen the common denominator for the answer about what reminds you that you're already rich is a lot of people said family. I heard some people say beer. Some people said a home to live in, having a home, having loved ones. That is what a lot of people were saying that I can remember. But I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And I will be back tomorrow. So you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.